Okay, this is the first topic for the comparative between Tracks and the Wild. Both Robin and Christopher are selfish in the pursuit of their dreams. Compare the extent to which this is true in both texts. Compare the extent to which this is true. Now, this is explicitly telling you that you shouldn't be absolutely agreeing with this statement. It's asking for nuance. And again, if we think about a scale between agree and disagree, we need to be kind of in this area. We don't want to be absolutely agreeing, and we don't want to be absolutely disagreeing. We want to be kind of somewhere in there. So let's have a look at this and see if we can figure this out. So let's underline the key words. Selfish is probably one of the key words. Pursuit, okay, and their dreams. Okay, so from here we can figure out what we might mean by these terms. So selfish, we might be selfish in regards to our relationships. Yeah? And we might be selfish in regards to our journey. Yeah? Okay. Let's just leave that one for the moment. Let's have a look at dreams. So what were the dreams? So there was the dream of independence, and there's also the dream of self-realization or transformational change. Okay. And there's the dream, I suppose, of escape. Right. So the pursuit, if we think about pursuit, there'll be something there regarding the way they went about it, and we might talk about isolation. Yeah. And maybe dedication or something like that. I don't know where we're going to go with that, but we'll see how we go. Alright, let's start with relationships. It's probably the most important one. So there are relationships. There's a rejection of these relationships, isn't there? Right? Especially in regards to Chris. Yeah? So he rejects his family in order to undergo this transformational change, his independence and his escape. And he also kind of rejects the relationships that he gathers along the way. There are a lot of people, Ron, Tracy, Jan, who want to form family-like relationships with him, that he ultimately is unable to he's unable to reciprocate. So ultimately he rejects them. But there's also, but it's also true for Robin. Like Robin forms or wants to form a relationship with Rick, or Rick wants to form a relationship with her, but she's ultimately rejecting that. But there's also kind of connected to rejection, I guess, is unreciprocated. Okay, but it's also not absolutely true. There's the acceptance of these relationships. All right. Christopher, especially in regards to Wayne, yeah, and other wild people. Yeah, and Robin in regards to Mr. Eddie. So the trick is going to be to figure out what is it about, the parents, Rick, what is it about them that they're rejecting, and what is it about them that they're accepting, right? Okay, so transformational change, that we have to do this through isolation, through adversity. Yeah, and we have to do it by being in the wild, right? That somehow nature is going to help us with that transformational change. And we're going to create this connection here. We're going to say that you have to reject these people in order to, be isolated, create an environment of adversity and in the nature and the wild. Because if you're around your parents and you're around Rick, it's a bit too easy. Let's think about independence and escape. I reckon we can connect these two. So there's an escape of pain / abuse. Yeah, it's true for Chris with regards to the broken home, or at least the abusive home. But it's also true for Robin with her mother. Yeah, but also true for Gladys. Yeah, and her relationship. Remember that Gladys considers Robin to be the greatest thing that ever happened to her. So why is that? How's this escape, right? And there's various symbols that are also helping us here. And so it's related to this independence, right? So testing yourself against nature. Okay. Selfish about the journey. Who owns the journey? Yeah, is there such a thing as a sellout? Are these people that you're having relationships with holding you back? Yeah, you can do this. Yeah. So I'm going to leave isolation and dedication. But so what the task is now is to think about, okay, so we have this dichotomy between those that they reject and those that they accept. Why are they accepting Wayne and Mr. Eddie? Does it have to do with, that these people don't try to claim any part of the journey? Right? Is it because they aren't connected to pain and abuse? Is it because they're wild in their own nature, or they assist them do that? Is it because they're helping them deal with the isolation? But ultimately, then you think about isolation. You've got to remember that isolation sent Robin slightly crazy, right? It was only after meeting Mr. Eddie that she was able to gain some kind of true relationship with the land, right? So I guess you need to figure out how you're going to bring all that together. That's your task, okay? These are some ideas. These are ways to attack it. You need to combine these all together into a singular statement of contention. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.